Welcome to Xtra presented by VDG Sports. I am your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter. Very censored. You can follow Xtra on the Twitter bird. Yeah, that thing. Xtra VDG, Xtra VDG. And also, if you like, you can follow me, Vince D. Gregory, as well. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this beard. I really don't. And it's keeping me up at night. It's keeping me up at night. And there's been another element that's been added as well, because I came across something that I ain't had to do and I didn't come across a long time. And I believe that this beard is a part of it. I believe this beard is just keeping this stuff just lingering all in my senses, all in my five senses. I would have said four, but I think I got the plus one. And you probably ain't ever heard this before, but you definitely experienced it. And I just need one person to admit it, because I'm going to go out here on a limb and say, see something, say something. Oh yeah. And I'm going to sing like a bird and I'm going to say something, because that's what I do. Ain't no time to breathe. And literally ain't no time to breathe. Noobs, thank you for giving me opportunity. Thank you for giving me a chance. That's all I ever want. That's all I ever ask for. 1 second, 10, the episode, or you come back and be a reg. It's all to the G. It's all to the G. Regs, we back at it again. Regs, we do what we do. Regs, this feels and seems like it's every single day, but you know it ain't every single day. It just feels that way because we got this special, unique bond that we share, but we don't share everything because there's some things that you just should not be sharing. And that's that caveat. But for everything else, we share, we care. 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 1 decade, 1 century, 1 millennia. Somebody's gonna come up with what to call this. And when they come up with what to call this, that's what we're gonna roll with. That's what we're gonna rock with. That's what we're gonna say it is retroactively, that it's always been this and it's cool and it's okay. It doesn't matter because it always been that way. Now we just got the words, what to utilize. But until then, it is what it is. It's Manny being Manny. I ain't never, ever come across anything like this before. Not in this context. It's happened. It really has happened. It's occurred. There has been things that happen, things that occur that just kind of knock me back and just make me a little bit shook, make me a whole lot rattled and get me out of my element. And when I'm out of my element, I can't be held accountable for what goes on. I can't be held accountable for what about to go down. The only thing that I can say is I'm out of my element. So who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what chaos is going to bring? IDK. I don't. I seriously don't. I'm just like you. I am just a passenger. I'm just a passenger just trying to ride the wave. I'm a passenger that's just trying to ride the wave and just make sure that nothing gets destroyed permanently. And the things that do break, I am able to put or piece the puzzle back together again. That's all I hope, and that's all I wish for. And this incident falls into that similar category, and that's possibly the reason that I want to just go ahead and cut the beard as well, because either it's bringing me the luck that I don't want from the universe, or either it's just making me more acceptable or making me more liable to get bamboozled, to get rattled, shook, and out of my element, or just in a position where I'm just holding on for dear life. I am just holding on, riding the wave, and just trying to make sure that not too many things get destroyed or broken, because you can only fix so many things at one time. You can claim to be efficient, but efficient can't fix what can't be fixed. And that's a truth. That's one of them universal truths that even if you had some universal facts, it still would hold up. Alternative facts, it still would hold up as well. Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. I'm just minding my business, just doing what it do. I'm not singing. I'm not dancing. I'm not making my chest pop, but I definitely need to use the restroom in a public place. And when I use a restroom in a public place, I have certain rules that I abide by. I have certain rules that I do. I try to get in and out as quick as possible. And that rule never fails me. That rule never get misremembered. That rule never get to a place or a point where I ignore it, because I'm all about efficiency. I'm all about in and out. But sometimes I get rattled. Sometimes I get knocked down and I got to get back up. I got to figure out who knocked me down. I got to get the standing 8 count. I got to get the standing 8 count, because I need about 8 seconds, about 10 seconds, about 20 seconds to make sure that I am doing what I need to do to protect Vince, doing what I need to do to protect self, doing what I need to do to make sure that there's no self-harm going on. And if so, get out fast, get out quicker, and do what you need to do to make sure you ain't being harmed. Well, I tried that. I did that for the most part, but let's just say I had to hold the L, and I'm still somewhat holding the L, but that just lets me know that I'm learning, because the L stands for learning and not necessarily losing, even though I had to hold the L. When I go to the restroom, I try to get in and out as quick as possible to be efficient. That is just a gold standard for me. And this day was normal day, just like the rest, just like the usual. I go in, I see puddles everywhere, and I try to avoid the puddles. The puddles ain't a good thing if you don't know what that means. And I'm just going to say puddles because this is a family show. This is a family program. I'm trying to keep it 100, and 100. And just know that there's puddles, and it's not the clear kind of puddle water. It's the bad kind of puddle water. But I did a huge disservice to myself by holding what I need to do in. So I just gotta go. And when you gotta go, you gotta make things move. You gotta let things come out, because something else that would have been a promise to myself, if I wouldn't have ran out of petrol, if I wouldn't have ran out of fuel, if I wouldn't have had to take that walk of shame, one of the other things that I would have promised to myself, I ain't gonna be an engine destroyer. I ain't gonna blow up any engines. I ain't gonna do everything in my humanly possible brain and control to be a breaker of engines. And then the third thing would have been, I'm not going to relieve myself on myself. I am not going to relieve myself on myself, because I did that as a baby, and I'm probably going to have to do it when I get past a certain age. I see them adult pampers. And I already got lined up what kind I want. So I ain't trying to be an ageist here. I just know what the future hold if I make it that far, and I'm okay with that. But everything in between, I ain't trying to do that. And so that's why I didn't make the third promise to myself, and I didn't make the second promise to myself, because I wanted the first promise to hold up. And so far, I ain't blew up no engines, and I'm not the engine destroyer, even though I can only be faulted for about 2. And the rest, who knows? Who knows? I made a bad decision. I made a bad choice. That bad decision and bad choice, wait till the last minute. And I wasn't going to just do stuff to myself on myself because I'm a bigger person than that. I really am. Or at least I try to be, or at least I try to pretend to be in the public or try to pretend to be in the daylight, because at night, who knows? At night, you know what comes out. You know what comes out. Well, you can go ahead and inform the person beside you. And you can go ahead and inform the rest. This is one of them things where we're just gonna nod our heads in agreement and say everybody knows, and we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. No side note, no Vince's note, no innuendos, nothing like that. We're just gonna nod and keep going. We know what come out at night. Yeah, we do. I waited to the last minute, so I had only a few options, and the only option was to just get in, get out, ignore the puddles, and just do what I need to do. So I'm doing what I need to do. I'm holding my breath because that's what I do in situations like that anyway. I hold my breath in situations like that anyway because I'm trying to get in, out as quick as possible. But since I waited to the last minute, there was a lot built up. And so I was just going and going and going and going and going. And here's the thing about holding your breath. Here's the thing about me being efficient. Here's the thing about me making all that stuff happen. I can only hold my breath for so long. I can't hold my breath for like 2 to 3 minutes. I'm sorry. I ain't got that much practice. I don't have that much stamina. I can't do that. And I'm okay with admitting that. Usually it doesn't take that long. And if it does take that long, I can get a quick whiff in and then restart the count, restart the process. And that's what was the next step for me, to get a quick whiff in and restart the process, because I've reached a point where I couldn't and I can't hold my breath anymore. And so when I got that quick whiff in, I was shook, I was rattled, and I was rolled. It was like that I was instantly under the influence of adult beverages, and I ain't been doing no adult beverages. Something just came up to me and just smacked me in the face and just knocked me out. It's like I got in a fight. I didn't get hit by a train. I didn't get hit by a car. I got hit by somebody repeatedly in the face, and it just wouldn't stop. It just wouldn't go away, and it was hurting. My eyes water up. My eyes was red. I felt like that something had died, and it wasn't me, but it felt like it was me. It felt like it was me. And that quick whiff, it just didn't go away. That smell stayed with me forever. That smell stayed with me through the remainder of my holding breath process. So when I did finish, when I was washing my hands, because that's what I do. I'm a hygiene, not a person who is a germaphobe. But I'm a person who believes in hygiene, and I wash my hands, because not washing my hands, whether do I miss or not, and need my hands, or my hands get in the way when it comes to missing or not, it doesn't matter. I wash them anyway. Yeah, I do. And I know all the studies about doors. I know all the studies about one of the most nasty, or one of the most germiest things is the door leaving the restroom. I know all that. I got tricks for that too. I use the paper towel to open the door, or the door's already open. So don't judge me. Don't judge me, because this is a no judge zone. If you forgot, this is a no judge zone. Yeah, it is. So I'm washing my hands. I already got this quick whiff in. My head's hurting. I got this smell, this unbelievable smell that's unique in its own way because I ain't never smelled anything like that before. It's like a combination of 3 different bad smells all at once. My nose has burning, my eyes red. I feel like that something just repeatedly punching me. I am shook. I'm rattled. I'm rolled. I'm washing my hands, and I'm washing it to make sure that I am doing it the proper way. But at the same time, I'm just like, when will this end? And then I go ahead and finish up. I finish up and I just do my plan where I take the paper towel and do what I already mentioned. And then I'm out, and then I'm just breathing. I'm like, I made it. I made it. Thank you, goodness. Thank you, goodness. Oh, this air is amazing. And amazing is my favorite word. But here's the catcher. Here's the catch. And this is why I'm blaming it on the beard. I think that funk was so strong. That smell was so strong that it just lived up in my beard. Because everywhere I went, and every time I breathe, every so often, I'd get PTSD. I get my post-traumatic stress from the time that I was in there, and I just smelt the smell all over again. And it just took me to a dark and dirty place. I just wanted the lights to be out, and I just wanted to get in the fetal position and just have a pillow over my head and say, please, mommy, please help me. I feel bad. I did a bad thing and I don't know what to do. Dad. I just felt like calling for my parents. Because it felt like the end. And I just wanted to let them know. That I loved them. Because that's how bad that was. And it seemed like every so often it would just hit me. I ain't know what to do. I was like, I need 8 more seconds. I need 10 more seconds. I'm outside trying to get some fresh air. I'm getting the fresh air, and every so often a breeze go by and I'm like, whoa, I know what that is. That's what I just experienced. That's that same smell. And then that's when I was looking in the mirror. I was looking at the man in the mirror. I didn't too much like how he was looking back at me because he was looking at me some kind of way, but it's okay because I'm feeling some kind of way as well. And then that's when I touched the beard. And I was like, you know what? You might gotta go. I'm going to give you a day. And then we'll see where we at. Thank you. Be sure to check out the website, the new and improved website at extra.vdgsports.com. That is extra.vdgsports.com. This episode is not being sponsored by VinceDouglasGregory.com. VinceDouglasGregory.com is where you can keep up with me, my whereabouts, my well-being, basically all things Vince. I'm getting better because I'm getting stuff out. I'm getting stuff done. I'm catching up. So the writing will come around far as with updates and shows and appearances and all of that stuff up until a certain degree will be on VinceDouglasGregory.com. So stay in tune. But until then, check out the YouTube, VDG Sports. Everything is there. Like, subscribe, share, basically do whatever it is you do there. Comment if you must, comment if you may. Recall, everything is there. Noobs, this is the time where I say, thanks, Regs, but you still ain't getting it. I'm not giving you a drop this time because I'm having flashbacks. I'm having moments of stress pop in my head because I had to share this information with you. So I'm just going to say, I'm out.